Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a story time on dance class. Yesterday I had Hip Hop with Guy Group and I logged on early. I was really excited. It's a really fun dance class and I was really excited because it's hip hop and there's a lot that goes into hip hop. And then I learned the dance when class started. I learned the dance and then we were getting near the end of the dance and Guy Groom gave us a little bit more. He added on to the dance and gave us the next like few dance moves in the dance. Well, in the combo, which is a shorter version of a dance routine. And then I did it first try, did really good with that one section of moves. And Guy Group said, "Good job, Lolly." And that made me really excited because I feel like the thing is, the dance was an easy beginner dance routine. And I like doing beginner dance routines sometimes because I like being challenged and I like doing advanced hip hop because I'm really good at it. But I also like doing intermediate and beginner hip hop routines and stuff sometimes because it's easier and it gives me a little bit more of a break. So instead of challenging myself and trying to do a really challenging dance, and it's good for me to sometimes do an easier dance routine because I'm still learning from it. I'm still learning a new dance move or I'm still learning something from it, and that's great. And it helped me work on easier beginner things because Abby, I don't know if it's Abby, no, it was Natalie Means. Natalie Means, I did her in class one day and she talked about that, how I was doing a beginner hip hop class. I was going to do the advanced hip hop class, but the thing was that the advanced hip hop class didn't start until 10:30 at night, and the beginner one started at 9:30 and ended at 10:30. Yeah. And I didn't want to stay up that late for an advanced hip hop routine. If it was okay, a couple dance classes, then yeah, I'll deal with the late night. But when I can do the beginner one, and yeah, I was doing the beginner one, and that's something that she said was that she told us that even though it's a beginner routine and a lot of us on there were advanced and could do advanced hip hop routines, and it's good for us to work on the beginner thing because sometimes we get so caught up in doing advanced dance routines and things that the easier beginner stuff we struggle with sometimes. And so I'm going to explain that better. What she was trying to say is that there's a lot of times when we get so used to doing advanced, challenging, dance routines and challenging dance moves. And when we get so used to that, sometimes the beginner stuff we struggle with. Because even though it's easier, we don't do it as often because we are usually doing advanced dance routines and advanced dance moves. So she said it's good for us to do beginner stuff sometimes. So that way we can make sure that the beginner stuff we can do it just as good as we can the advanced stuff. So it was an easier dance routine, and then I had a lot of fun with it. Finished the routine, and the thing that I liked about it was the thing that I was very excited about, and this was the time that I feel like I brought the most energy into a hip hop routine or any dance routine. And what I mean by that is there's a lot that goes into hip hop. There's telling a story with your face and making facial expressions, and and bringing the energy to it and making it look so big and full out and like amazing. And like there's just so many different things. That's only two of the things that goes into hip hop. And I felt like even though I didn't know the dance routine perfectly, and for some reason I was okay with that for once. And what I mean by that is it's fine to be okay. It's good to be okay with not knowing the dance perfectly or not really remembering the dance. But that's never happened for me before. I feel like every time I don't remember a dance, it's like in class, like I get really annoyed with myself and I get really disappointed in myself because I'm a perfectionist and that's what I do. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to singing and dancing. And I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm not a perfectionist with. A lot of things that I don't need to be perfect and I'm fine with. But then when it comes to singing and dancing, if I make the tiniest little mistake, I get really annoyed with myself because I like to be perfect. And it's only made me work harder. For some people, it's not a good thing, but for me, it's a really good thing because it's only made me work harder. So, yeah, Anyway, for once, I didn't even care. I think it was I was just having so much fun with it. I think it was I was having so much fun with it, and I was just like having fun with it and trying my best. And yeah. And the only reason that I think I didn't really remember the dance it was because first up, I was already kind of tired. Like I was already kind of tired, and also I was I didn't care because also I feel like I didn't really remember the dance because of the fact that I feel like usually we go over it like one or two more times before we start before Guy Group starts spotlighting people. And yeah, how I know that is I have done the class so many times and I feel like usually he spends the last 20 minutes or maybe not 20 minutes, 20 minutes or less, he spent the last, the end of class, spotlighting people, and this time, I felt like, this time I knew he, started, spotlighting people, 1 or 2 minutes early or something. It wasn't even that much early, it was only a little bit early, but still. Also, this dance was really fast. It's a really fast dance. And it's a really easy beginner dance, but it's really fast. And there's a lot of different dance moves in this dance, and a lot of specific details. And when there are specific details, that makes it harder sometimes. Or at least for me, it's harder to remember, all the little details and stuff, yeah. So that's good. And that's always good. So, yeah, I was having fun with it, and I didn't even care that, I didn't remember the dance. And so then, and started doing, and so then he started spotlighting people to do solos. He did one or two of them, a few of them, and I got picked to get spotlighted in the first group, and I was really excited about that. I was really excited about it, and it was really fun, and I actually filmed myself doing the dance routine. It's on my Instagram. And then I watched the video back, and I'm like, well, I still need to work on, performing with my face. I watch the video back and I'm like, I love the energy that I'm putting into this. Like, I am talking about, I was going so full out that I have never came out of a dance class that tired and that, like, sweaty. That sounds gross, but that's the truth. Like, I honestly think it was one of the best times I ever danced. Just because I was really loving it and I was showing, like, I, like, could see in the video, that I filmed of me doing the dance routine, I could see that I was loving it. I could see that I was having fun with it. I was going really full out and, like, the dancing looked amazing. The only thing, like, the only correction, like, real correction, and that I have for myself is to work on my facial expressions. Because every time I do any kind of dance, I feel like I always make the most random facial expressions or the most boring facial expressions. Like, yeah, that's something that I am not naturally good at about dance, is telling a story with my face. Like, there will be times when I will try so hard to, like, focus on making facial expressions and telling a story with my facial expressions. And then I'll, like, watch the video back because I'll, like, film myself dancing sometimes. And then I'll watch the video back and I'm like, what is my face doing? Like, I thought, like, there's so many times when I'll be like, I thought I was doing really good at making facial expressions. Thought I was smiling or doing, like, different facial expressions. And then I watch the video back and I'm like, well, I was doing this. Or I was doing this. Or I was doing this. Or I was doing this. Like, there's so many times when, like, I get so annoyed watching videos back of me dancing. And because my facial expressions are, like, not good. But that's okay. I can't be naturally good at everything in dance. And it's something for me to work on. And I'm very excited about that. And I don't learn, like, that's something that I will say, is that I try not to complain too much about, like, when I'm not naturally good at something in, like, singing or dancing. Just because of the fact that with singing, and then I feel like with singing, I naturally am a really good singer and I can do really challenging songs and do them really well. And with dancing, I feel like with dancing, and I don't like to complain about it too much when I'm not naturally good at something or I struggle on to learn something in dance because of the fact that I made so many accomplishments in dancing, meaning I went from beginner hip hop to advanced hip hop in, like, the matter of, like, only, like, 2 or 3 weeks. Like, it didn't take me that long. Like, and because I went from beginner to advanced in so many styles of dance very quickly and stuff. Like, I done a lot of great things dance-wise. And so I try not to get mad at myself too much when I'm not naturally good at something in dance. But I was having fun yesterday, and yeah, it was really fun. I had a really fun dance class. So the video was just a story time of dance class. And tomorrow's video, I'm going to be, like, telling you all about this, like, my thoughts on this. And that can be tomorrow's video. Peace out. Bye.